haven't done much street photography for some time now. Managed to go in on Saturday with Garten and managed to get 3 or 4 hours in. Just thought I'd share some of the pictures and some of the places. As usual, the images are not edited unless I've mentioned it. In this case, I don't think I've done any. The camera was the D610 and the 24-70 f2.8 Nikkor lens. We started off in Sendlingertor, which is near the camera shop, which I very much like. And they're doing a lot of renovation. They've been at it for a long time now, so there's a lot of panels off the walls and ceilings and basically been making a mess of it. What was interesting was there was this group of pigeons that were taking advantage of one of the hose pipes not being closed properly. Managed to snap off 2 shots until someone decided to chase them away. Well, I really managed to muck this one up because I had the settings for the ISO 3200 for down in the catacombs of the underground and totally forgot to swap it when I got up top. I did correct it in the end. Obviously in these 2 pics I should have walked in front of the post that's sticking in the middle, but it's really interesting architecture in the area and it lends itself with these sort of repeating patterns because of the arches and the sunlight. Unexpectedly, we were blessed with some very good weather. We had between 20 to 24 degrees, beautiful sun, few clouds in the sky, and of course you ended up with this beautiful light coming through the leaves, mixture of green and obviously those turning to brown. This was a very interesting picture. There is a person actually underneath the trees in the dark area on the right-hand side of this image. And it just shows you how the human eye and the brain can see great dynamic range, which the camera just cannot keep up with. So what you see as the image is not really reflected in the photograph that you then take, which is obviously a bit unfortunate. Now, with this image, I was actually trying to take directly into the sun, which is kind of strange because it looks as if it's snow and ice, which is kind of interesting. It didn't work, but it was interesting having a go. Okay, so this one's for Tim. There's an art gallery in Munich, which is one of these very imposing buildings, and they often had modern art there and very strange stuff. Just happened to walk by and saw this poster, and it just reminded me of the helmet of Darth Vader. So it made me think of Tim. Had to take the pic for you. I find this image really, really interesting. The exposure of this image was completely down to the aperture priority that I was using, and it gave this very, very focused light, obviously because of the white water and because of the extreme nature of the trees casting shade everywhere. This image also benefits from that effect of the trees killing all the light, so that the walkways that are not covered and are flooded in light give you some sort of focus and spotlight on the people that you're photographing. I found this rather amusing. The area around Garten, which is the main park running down the centre of Munich, many of the buildings around there are very, very expensive and often are used by businesses that want to have a representative address. The interesting thing is, of course, is you get stickers and posters plastered all over the place, in this case on the drain pipe. This next set of images are from the underground station Münchner Freiheit. They have a rather extreme lighting there with this sort of neon blue together with a sort of an acid yellow green colour. It's kind of interesting and very, very powerful in terms of the images. At the same time, they also have this reflective shiny surface on the top, which ends up giving you this natural repeated pattern, which can also be very interesting. It's not like me to do selfies, but this is actually a selfie on the escalator going down to get onto the U-Bahn. I just found it funny, that's all. So, hope you enjoyed that and gave you some insight into some of the places in Munich which you may not have known about. Had a great day, had a good fun, and found some new things, and took the opportunity to take some pictures of things that I wouldn't normally have done. Any comments, observations, please throw them in the comments down below.